Yo, what's up? This is Wally here. Hope you guys are enjoying the YouTube content so far. And so in the video that you're about to see coming up, we're covering another inbound chat scenario, right? So we're doing a role play. And in this chat, we're going to cover basically, how to look for breadcrumbs in the chat. And so you'll see what I mean whenever you get into it. Basically, people leave these little clues about what they want you to talk to them about. And so it's up to us in the chat to realize, when people are leaving out these breadcrumbs for us to basically pick up on that and continue prompting in that direction, right? So that's number one. Number two, we use a survey process in the DMs that we are covering in this account. But you're going to see how we adjust whenever someone actually resists filling out the survey process, and how we adjust and actually still ask the similar questions, but we do it in a different way because we don't have enough contextual information, which is the same information we would get in the survey, and you'll kind of see what I mean in just a minute. And then the third one, or the other big thing that we kind of cover in this, is mirroring someone's tonality in chat, right? So mirroring their energy and tonality in chat, and you'll see kind of how we get into that there. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Here we go. So I still want you to go for the turn whenever you think you should go for it, but you just know that I'm going to be resistant to filling it out, if that makes sense.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Got it. Got it.
we're gonna remember in this chat how hard sales were before before the survey process. I wouldn't say how hard, but it's just different whenever you're not. Yeah, you'll see once we get into it.
Yes, sir.
I sent it early. I had my finger accidentally said yeah, but yes, you're gonna know. You know, I said yeah.
Yes, sir.
Dang it, I hate when I do that.
So for now, I know that like right after this, you wouldn't fill it out. Guys, do, do you think this is a good response, or do you want to add what else?
So I like the first line. It's like, oh, great question. And I would change it a little bit. we didn't really ask him any questions, or we're not asking him questions yet. Like he's not having a problem with the questions. It's just the survey. We kind of want to eliminate that, like that first line. Like I'm asking these questions. We could
Oh,
just say, like, yeah, just answer the question. It's like,
oh,
oh, great question. It's like, oh, great question. The survey is just little copy tweaks. The survey is just to find out if you'll, yeah, so you already put you in. The survey is just to find out if you'll benefit and can even be a good fit. Um, yeah, I was thinking about adding a line. I don't want to come off as too combative too early here, but I know in the past, if like someone's like, "Could we just talk here?" It's kind of funny. It's like, "Yeah, man, like we're chatting here right now." Like,
yeah,
um, but so great question. The survey is just to find out if you'll benefit and can even be a good fit. I don't really like the second line because it sounds a little bit like I don't know if you want to say needy or desperate, but it's like it'd be like if you were in person, you were like, oh yeah, man, the survey will only take 3 minutes. Like, just want to save the time for some both of us, because we don't want to like press him to fill it out if he doesn't want to fill it out. Um,
yeah,
yeah,
got it.
I'm cool with just answering the oh no, I like that line. It was the second line that I would
Third
that I would
line, third
probably
line, third
yeah,
line.
third line. Oh yeah, my bad. Third line I would take out. Second line was good.
No, he's saying remove that part, Leo.
Oh, remove this part.
No. Control Z all the way back.
Oh, got
Yes. Keep the second line, remove the third line.
it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, listen, yeah. He's saying remove that line. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I don't know if I messed up my language. If I was like I was I don't
No,
know if I was getting
Leo
confused
was
with the
trying to
second.
anticipate what you were saying instead of listening. That's what happened.
Oh, okay.
Wait, wait.
Yeah, I like it because it's weird. It's like we know he's not gonna want to fill out the survey, but like in a normal situation or a normal setting, like we want to find out like what his issue is with filling out the survey. It's like is he gonna have is he that's how desperate does he not want to fill it out? Like we know he's not gonna want to fill it out, but again, normally we normally want to push them to fill it out. But for this one, because we know we have that extra like context of like we know he's not gonna fill it out, so we want to
Yeah,
find out essentially like why doesn't he want to fill it out? Like why? Yeah. So I think keeping it simple here. I think this response is good. Like, oh, good question, validating, and then telling him answering his question. It's just to find out if he'll benefit and can even be a good fit, and asking him if like does that make sense. We want to stay in control of the conversation as well. Like, hey man, like this is our process, and then we can adjust depending on his answer. No, I wouldn't go that route. I think what we have is fine. Like if he says something else about like why can't we just chat here? Like then we can maybe be a little like it's like yeah man, like we're chatting here already. Like yeah, we'll continue the conversation here. It's fine. Depending on his answer, we'll see what he's got for us. If he gave us like super like even more to work with or super more resistance, that third line might have been good. It's like, hey man, like if it's like a time thing, it's like, bro, the survey is only going to take you 3 minutes. I do like that, but like it's not super necessary yet, depending on like what how much pushback he gives or what the exact objection is to filling out the survey.
got it.
Yeah, depending on this lead, like I mean we're not gonna do this here, but I in a previous chat I might be like sarcastic or a little funny. It's like, hey man, you just have the book link. Like, how was the book link? Like, did you click the book link? I mean, we're not gonna say that here, but yeah, I mean
Yeah,
that's my first like funny comment, but it's cool. It's like you asked for the book and I got you the book with the link. Like, what's wrong with this link? Anyway, is it cool if I just to your questions here? People are inconsistent. It's funny. All right, yes, it makes sense. Kamala Harris. No comment. No comment. That debate was on in my house. I don't even wanna talk about that. I don't even want to talk about where my parents stand on that. Let's just not go there. Uh, Yeah, I had to put headphones in last night while I was eating dinner.
I was watching. Yes,
I had to put headphones on.
I think everyone across the entire world is watching that. Anyway,
Yeah, no comment from me.
Right.
Yes, it makes sense. At work, they teach me not to click links. I get it, brother. Cool if
I
I
was
just
think,
answer your questions here.
I was thinking like, should I say something like, but you are reaching out to me first, so I'm not sure why. Like, I mean, I just want to like put some credibility in here and like to give him like trust so that he can click on the link.
Yeah, so I mean, it helps that we got the context beforehand. And I mean, well, and I can add on to it. So context is that we know he's not going to send us a survey. I mean, that's the context of this session. And then I guess for the actual chat, like the actual chat, like philosophy, if someone is scared to click on the link, like due to a scam, like there's really no point in like trying to make them click a link. It's like that's only going to create like more resistance. But he's already saying at work they teach me not to click links. But that's we're going into a whole nother conversation about like beliefs about like scam, and it's like that we're not in the business of yeah, we're not in the business of overcoming a limiting belief or like a scarcity belief or like a scam of a skeptic. Yeah, we're not in the business of turning a skeptic into a non-skeptic about our link. So like, is it cool if I just answer the questions here? I mean, we can just keep it super simple, and it's like I get it, brother. Was taught the same. We can even say was taught the same thing. And then yeah, that's fine. Like that's basically saying that's fine. It's like he's still okay. Like we still have control because it's like he's saying can I still answer your questions? He knows we have questions for him, and so he's still like becoming and like putting himself under us. It's like I know you have questions, so like is it cool if I ask him here? It's like yeah, it's totally fine, man. Like he'll answer questions. So like we still have frame. Yeah, it's like I get it, brother. That's totally okay.
yeah. So just to give context as well, I actually learned this the other day. So this is fun. This is just fun information for you guys. But if the higher level you are as a corporate executive, the more they give you training on clicking links and why not to click them, because you have access to like more private information or whatever. So if someone gets access to your credentials, then they could be like high risk for companies. So yeah, I was like, oh, that's actually a valid point.
Yeah, I actually, I was listening to a thing the other day. I heard that as well, especially with the like older generation or I guess you could say boomers. Like, yeah, they're afraid of clicking links, and then rightfully so. But yeah, they don't want to click links because yeah, you get all your information stolen like that for the wrong link.
And then they watch the news. And then they're like, no, the hackers are gonna come get me. Don't click the link.
Even though we're a verified account on Instagram and have 120K followers. Yep, yep, makes sense. So I wouldn't worry about like a survey or the survey questions. Like basically what we want to do is we can revert to our old process essentially. And we
Okay.
know or just the script. We can revert like act like yeah, we can do either or. We can revert to our old script, or we can go ahead with our script and then get any information we need. So like the main things we ask are like like have
Right.
you ever generated your own lead?
So, like, how
Yeah,
long
perfect,
and
perfect. I
like
was literally gonna say that. I was like, you have all the questions on the survey
yeah
already. So it's like really you have to figure out like obviously you don't necessarily need to ask every single one of them, but if you
yeah
can figure out what are the key pieces of information we need to find or we need to know, that would be ideal, right?
Yeah, and so as I was saying, like the very first one we ask is like, have you ever generated leads before? You're brand new looking to start. So I think it's a great first question because we ask that almost regardless, even if, unless they say they're already generating leads on their online. Like that's the first question we have.
Yep. And you already know he's an agent, so you don't necessarily need to ask if he's an agent, right?
yep
Or even like how long? Like really, I don't even. I mean, normally we get that in the survey, but normally I don't even. We really don't even care how long they've been
They
working.
they usually tell us themselves. They're like, yeah, I've been in this for 12 years, you know. They come out,
yeah
say
that
it,
makes
yeah, usually.
That's more of a fluff question we can ask to like warm him up. But I mean, he's already cool answering our questions, so we don't need to ask that. Um, and he already said he's interested in IOLs, so we don't need to ask that one. Like, I would literally just go for the first one we normally ask. It's like how like Yeah, I mean, actually, I like that one right there. How do you currently generate leads for your business? We can ask that.
Sir.
Maybe a little copy tweak. It's like so.
Yeah,
So
I was.
first, so yeah,
Oh,
or
yeah,
yeah, you
yeah.
already got it. Yeah.
Can't help you if you don't talk.
Yeah, I was thinking. I was just thinking like because he said I'm really looking to start, so I guess it's like he's a new agent, right? So
Not
should I
necessarily.
like how
I mean,
long
not
should I?
not necessarily. Because he could have got leads. He could be in network marketing. He could have got leads from his company. He could have bought leads because how do you generate leads? Like generating leads is different from buying leads. Or but basically, I mean, so we just I don't. I'm really looking to start. It's cool. Like that's our sorting question. It's like he already answered a sorting question of like, have you ever tried to generate leads before? You brand new looking to start. I'm really looking to start. I mean, for me here, my initial thing is just I would go with our script here. It's like, got you, man. Are you currently into telesales or doing more face to face?
Oh, oh yeah,
Yeah, because
oh
I
yeah.
mean,
Yeah,
I
remember
it's
we
was
still have it's still the inbound script. It's not like all of a sudden the questions change to the survey questions. It's like you still have the process in the script. It's just now you don't have that information.
yeah, yes sir, yes sir.
So you're looking to figure out how can I get all the information through asking the inbound set. So so I think instead
I
of going to the next script right here, I don't think that's a good idea because I kind of left you a breadcrumb in that chat just now, right? So it's like so
Yeah.
remember you don't have a lot of information, so it's like telesales, but I do it part time. I just said part time, so I would be like, oh, well, what do you do full time? Because I don't know that information because I would have gotten it in the survey, you see,
Oh yeah.
probably. But now I don't know it, so I need to just like if I leave breadcrumbs, you gotta ask because you don't have the information for context yet.
Yes sir.
like I said, we're gonna remember how life was before the survey for a little bit.
A little copy tweak. I would just say, so what do you do full time? So what do you do full
What
time?
do you? Server.
What are you thinking here?
I was thinking like I don't have a lot of free time. I was thinking like saying like I hear you like would you even want to go full time in in the in this industry or like we have a question for that like but I have I have to like look for it. Oh yeah.
Uh, no,
Okay.
I like your thought process there. Yeah, because my two thoughts were either going to be, we can either, it would be very without that response, it would have been conversationally flowy, for lack of better words, to say, nice. Like, are you eventually looking to go full time? But then obviously you
Yeah,
just told us that I'm trying to transition to this full time, but having a hard time. Interesting.
yeah. He got some breadcrumb, some more bread.
Yep, yep, 100%.
Uh, should I ask him
Yeah.
like boy like the so you don't like your job something like that?
So I
Like
think the easiest
bringing
question,
more to
the
the
first one
table.
the first one that pops in my mind is like, I hear you, Lynn. When you say you're having a hard time, uh,
Mhm.
we can either go, how do you mean by that exactly? Or when you say you're having a hard time, could you elaborate on that a little for me? Either one. I would go that route.
So
It's the perfect time to ask. It's like he's having a hard time. It's like that could mean a million things. Oh yeah, I would start with when you say you're having a hard time. Uh,
sounds terrible.
No, you're good. So I would I would start it off with when you say, because like we're like basically we're still gonna use, we don't have the survey, but we can use what he said, so like we can make sure he knows why we're asking. It's like uh when you say you're having a hard time, I would eliminate that. When you say you're having a hard time, we would want to make it like one sentence. We'd like put a comma after a hard time, and yeah, perfect. I like it. he could give us a not a stupid answer, but he could just say, I just don't have the time. Like he could just give us a common answer, but that's fine as well. Or he could elaborate and tell us why he's having a hard time. And then
Yeah.
the on top of my mind here is still finding the gap as well of like where he's currently at and then how much he wants to make. But obviously we'll get to that as we see fit.
Yep. I think after this, if he doesn't share much, we can go straight for the income question. But if he share if he left some breadcrumb, we can dig more. I think so.
What do you think?
So there's another option for conversation is and so I don't recommend this in all scenarios, but it is okay to do this every now and then. You can tell them to remember something and you'll get back to it later. Right. So for example, here he's like, so it's like he says, I need to create a system or something to get more people interested without me being involved. So the part of our first answer could be like, oh, cool. Like we can talk about the system thing in just a minute. And then you just kind of go right into the next question. You know what I mean?
Got it. Got it.
Because it's like there's not really anything there, you know? Like he just responded to the question, so now you kind of have to re-lead him,
Got it.
but you still need to get the gap, right? So that's kind of that's the next question is getting the gap, or basically finding out, you know, how much money he's making right now and how much he wants to be making, right?
Yep.
Because now we really so if you think about the 6 boxes, going back to that training, right? This is like the situation, which is the first box. So now we've got the situation. We know what's going on. This dude's a server, works a lot, got a lot of hours, can't balance everything. Got it. You know what I mean? So now we need to move to the second box, which is the gap. So now we need to figure out, okay, what does he want? What's his goals? I love the 6 boxes. You've seen that training, right, Leo?
Yes, sir. Of course. That was one of the first training I watched before I joined JC. Bryce, I was just thinking, just a small part, like, should I get rid of this part, or just hang on?
No, I mean, I like it. I like the move for the double question. It's like, so I feel you, man. We can talk more about creating a system in a moment. Next question is a little broader. Now, next question is a little broader. Um, how much are you currently making right now with your business, and how much would you like to be making in the next 6 to 12 months? I mean, yeah, there's always like, me and my brain. There's always like small little copy tweaks there, but for the most part, I mean, I like it. I think it's good.
All right.
That's exactly what I would do. My mind's been waiting for this the entire time. Like I was waiting to. If you really wanted to like take it slower, we could have just asked like, next question is a little broader. How much are you currently making with your insurance business? He answers, and then we say,
Yeah.
nice, or like, got it. How much would you like to be making? But the double question to me makes the most sense here. So I like
Yeah.
it. There's always different ways to go about it.
I think this lead is kind of talkative too. If he didn't say much, I think I will just go for one question at a time. Wait, I have that script.
Wait, I'm a little confused. Wait, what are you thinking right now? What are your thoughts?
He asked this question. I remember we have a pen script for that, so I'm just looking for it for the
Ah,
question. And I think like after I answer his question, and I can like stack in this one. Maybe like I will see like how it fits. But if it doesn't fit like right now, I will ask him after I answer his question.
got it. Cool. Sounds good.
So, but I have to look for this script.
Yeah, should
Uh,
be in there.
I don't know why you guys don't control F and like type instead of
Oh
like
yeah.
like no control F type like in the Google Doc
So
because if you want the yeah
I, I know.
yeah you could just control F and yeah you'll find that way
Yeah.
faster than trying to just like go through
It's
all
been
that.
a really long time. I don't use this.
Maybe only job
Yeah, only job. Yeah,
the only job.
and yeah,
Yeah. Control F on the document way faster than because you can remember this. Like that's how Bryce's brain works. He remembers like parts of the phrases. That's how mine is too. So like I'm like, okay, yeah, I know it says something like this.
got it, got it.
Hilarious that my brain still didn't even though you told us to control F, my brain went to the actual chat that we used this. So
That's funny.
I'm staring at it as we speak. Mr. Joshua L. Roberts. Super small. Normally I do like the great question man, but honestly here we don't need to validate them. We can just say we just answer the question. And the plus going straight for the that's exactly what Brandon did too. He didn't like validate him here. Validating is cool, like yeah, it's not like a deal breaker or anything like that, but just minor. You don't need to like or like sometimes we might have already said good question or great question, and so I don't want to keep saying like great question. Like at a certain point, Duke lead might
At a certain point, it's too many times we said good question, good thought. Yeah, it's too much validation is what I heard. Can't give anybody too much validation. That also
certain
applies
point,
very much in interpersonal relationships.
100%. At a certain point, someone's BS meter might go up. It's like, wait, this man always says good question or great question. I get that every now and again. Someone's like, you always say good question. I mean, well, if it's a good question, it's a good question. But yeah, the skeptical meter comes up.
Yeah, I was thinking for the transition, like how to like make this transition from this into this part. Like I'm not sure.
Yeah, my brain's questioning if we need it or not. It's like nothing right now. I would like to be making something, but I do know it takes work. Yeah, so I feel like we do need it here. Like we do want to get like a if he wants to answer it, like we can push a little bit for it. But it was my only job. I quit my job and didn't have any savings other than a little money in my 401k. I thought it was gonna sound like a mistake. Oh yeah, we can use a little softener. Like I found that it helps to have a goal to shoot for. Yeah, and then just only a small copy I've. It's like a I apostrophe VE at the
Oh yeah,
beginning. Yeah. I found it helps a lot if you have a goal to aim for. Aim for nothing, then it's hard to achieve what you're looking for. Yeah, I think that's perfect. And if he wants to answer, if he wants to be a guest pushback, cool. We don't need to push any farther. If he wants to answer, cool. Then we have a concrete, tangible goal that he wants to hit. But the fact that he's making nothing right now, I mean, that's obviously a big pain point. So like, if he doesn't want to answer, it's like that's cool. You can always use that later. But you don't want to buy? Well, right now you're making nothing, man. Like I thought you said you want to start making something.
and that we're going on the hard sell. You know.
Yeah, we have to Twitter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which decidedly is not really how we close the account. So I don't really see that coming up later, but it's a good practice. We always want to have a gap of where they are and where they want to be, if it's possible to obtain that.
Yes, sir. Nice. Do we have a pen?
Um, yeah, so he's it's funny we're playing chess with Wally right now. He's using this chat. And so we can honestly just use the framework for that same chat. I mean, we probably have similar answers in the document, but we'll send you exactly what we wait. I can get it? No, why did it only get 1 sec? Oh, I did. Let's do that. Too. Then this solves it's funny. He solved our next question in the set for us. I thought we were gonna have to go into like using what he said and then asking the roadblock question, but because he just asked that, he just basically he set us up to be able to use this answer and then go right into the, do you want help with learning how to do that too? Yeah, I mean, we already know his roadblock, but we were basically just gonna, without him saying this, we were gonna rephrase back to him and say, is that your biggest roadblock? But now he's setting us up. It's like, what do you focus on? It's like, this is what I focus on. Do you want some help learning how to do that too? So yeah, I think this is perfect.
Uh,
And we obviously we know the best part about having chats like this is we know it worked previously. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
you know that you are very good in a shotgun position. Like checking for maps and stuff.
I would say guidance. Yeah, I can give pretty
Yes, sir.
decent guidance, especially when we have a framework that's worked before. Quick question to cut you off. What are you thinking here?
I was thinking like saying like, yeah, man, you can set up your one-on-one call with me. Uh, up like right after you join the what program. Like I'm not, I think I will take and just saying like, yeah, man, you can set up a call with me after you join the program, and then I go for the pre-VOD.
Yeah, so I think a good principle here is sometimes less is more. We don't need to get into all that. As Wally just put in the chat, why are we trying to sell the thing before the thing? That's more of a, like, talking about the one-on-one call is actually something that I believe is talked about in the VSL. You know, it's more post VLD. So yeah, like the following the principle, like less is more here. It's we can just answer the question simply. It's like, what do we be working or what do we be working together directly? It's like correct, we will, or I don't even like correct. It's like, yep, that's exactly it, or I'm not even liking these answers. But basically, it's just saying yes, like, yes, we would be working directly together. And then in terms of what that would look like, I actually made a short video that explained the whole process, or that explains everything in detail. Cool if I send it your way. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and you'll this scenario I've thrown at you guys a bunch of times where it's like, what would that look like? Anytime someone says, what would that look like, or like ever at this exact spot in the conversation, we never drop the full pre-VLD because it will come off super body, right? We want to drop a shortened pre-VLD, which is what Bryce is talking about right there, which is basically, yeah, I actually have a video that explains everything in more detail.
Yes, sir.
So the pre-VLD is good if it's like really cookie cutter, and like if I would have just said yes,
Mm-hmm.
then pre-VLD works perfect. But then it's like, because I said what would that look like, it doesn't make sense to drop the whole script. You have to drop a shortened version.
Yes, sir.
Small thing as well. It's like, yeah, man, that's what we are doing together is like a weird phrase. We probably wouldn't say that. I would probably just be like, I would just be like, yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, man, that's what we were doing together is like not a, that's like, that would be a weird phrase for, yeah, that'd be a weird phrase for
Okay.
us. It just doesn't quite fit. Yeah, yeah.
Got it. Got it. Like after a lot of like chat casting, like I feel more confidence. Like to be honest, like I feel way more confidence in the chat, but sometimes I still make some silly mistake.
It
All good.
happens.
That's why it's practice.
Yes, sir. Oh, Bryce, I don't know, like if you know, I fucked up like quite a lot in the past. You know? Like I locked JC account twice. I locked up what's guy name, like the bodybuilder guy. I remember his name. Morning, you remember the guy? Like
Yeah, I remember that guy.
yeah, like
I remember his name, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah, the
yeah,
body, yeah, our fitness account.
yeah. And I locked up that account too. Like I made a lot of mistakes in the past.
Oh, it's good. It's a good thing that's in the past and it's not current.
Wait, I can't remember his name, but he's a big guy, and he said that if I lock up his account again, he will fly to Vietnam and punch me in the eye, you know.
I mean, he was, yeah, I think he's like 500,000 follower guy. Yeah, he was pretty,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I remember. Funny guy. That's when we learned that I don't like to chat close for like bodybuilders. Like, because there's a lot of gay men that will like hit on the guys in the DMs, right? So it's like they'll opt in and just want to like talk. You know what I mean? It's weird. It was really weird, Bryce. I imagine it's probably like running an OnlyFans account. If I had to guess, it's like all the, you know what I mean?
Wait, Wally, do you remember Camellia? Like friends with her, she's like friends with Joy,
Camilla, you
and
talking about she Hispanic girl?
oh no, she's Vietnamese, but she
No.
live in Canada, and
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, she was a good
and
chat closer. I remember. She was pretty sharp. We made like
yeah,
100K on Jay Shetty's account. She was
yeah,
one of my other closers. It was good.
yeah, and she used to work in a fitness account for a woman, a very like hot, attractive woman, and she said that like every single day she like in the chat like a lot of dick pic like like Indian guys sending dick pic to the chat, and she had to go through all of that like in a day. You know? Right. uh, do we have to like customize the POD a little bit?
Yeah, it's better too in this situation. Like I mean, it's fine. You already sent it, and it's not a deal breaker. Best thing to do when someone says like they're busy at the moment, like this guy heading into work, or we've seen this in the past where it's like, oh, I'm at the gym. I'm at the gym right now. I can handle it in an
Oh
hour. Um, and he
yeah.
said if I think of any questions, I'll send them over. I mean, we actually we I know this chat. Let me go back to the chat real quick. Like I'll just say it to you. Like so what I said was this chat. Sounds good, man. We don't want to say all this because we just said I love the action taker's mindset, but it's like I said, sounds good, man. Have a good shift. I'll send it over to you now, and you can complete it when you get a second or when you get free. That's a good one we can use right here. Um,
Okay.
so yeah, I would say that I'll send it over to you now, and you can complete it when you get free. And then we can also answer, or we can handle, we don't necessarily don't need to say something, but I feel like it's still good to address it. It's like we want to address him saying if I have any questions. And so for that one, I'll put this response in the chat, or I'll copy and paste real quick. It's this right here. And yes, that works. We can also handle any questions when we speak on our one-on-one call as well. Kind of funny too as well. This is where see how like now we're talking about the one-on-one call. Like there was no need to, like, this guy said he's in, and we didn't even need to talk about the one-on-one call as well, or like at all until like right now. But just reassuring him, it's like, yeah, man, if you do have any questions, or telling him yes, that works. So yeah, definitely want to personalize a little bit, especially when someone's busy. Don't want to make it seem like we just we want the sale. So we do want the sale, but it's not just about the sale. Like be conscious of like what they got going on in their life, because people do have lives outside of our chat business. I would put and yes, that, and I would put that right after the I'll send it to you now. So it's like, I'll send it to you now, and you can complete it when you're free. And yes, that works. And you're good. I'll just keep talking while you're sending this. The awesome. I love the action taker's mindset. Um, it's a good line. I would use it, like, if they, not that they need motivation, but if someone's just like, yep, I can complete it now, then it's like that line works. Anything else, I mean, it's a personalized line. It's all about style, I guess. Like yesterday, Tuki was like, yep, I'm ready to roll, excited to get this dialed in, and I'm like, she had like energy in her statement, so I was like, let's go. Like, love the energy, excited to get this like rolling for you, or whatever I said. So you can use different variations of I love the action taker's mindset. It's like a style. It's a personalized. That's like that. That's exactly why in the script it's like the personalized line. There we go. Let's go.
Nice. All right, let's stop sharing right there. Yeah, Bryce, exactly right, right? It's like, so the concept you're talking about there, to put a term to it, is called mirroring, right? So it's like, so at the end of, like, when it's close to the end of the sale, especially, like, you want to match energy as much as possible. So if they're excited, then, you get excited, If they're pretty chill, then you kind of stay chill, right? And it's like that, just mirroring their energy at the end. And that's actually a very strong tactic, like, interpersonally as well. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, yeah, I mean, exactly what you're saying. Like, if I'm chill and someone's like, "Sweet, Bryce, let's go," I'm like, "Whoa, bro, whoa, calm down, man."
Right, yeah, exactly.
Or if I'm excited, I'm like, "Yes, let's go walk." And you're like, "Sure, man." I'm like, "Whoa, like what?"
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Where's my like excitement?
Yeah, why are you not as excited as I am? I'm excited. Why are you not? I'm like, do I want to do this now? You're not excited. I'm excited.
Right. Like, do you actually care if I join? Like, why aren't you excited with me?
100%.
Yeah, I mean, we used to take that a little far for sure. Like, we would be like sending memes and gifs and stuff, and be like, let's go, So we've tested a lot of stuff. Definitely, yeah. But mirroring, that's kind of the concept, right? So yeah, matching someone's energy is all, like, that's really important. Like, normal one-on-one conversation when you're talking to someone, like, same thing here in the chat, right? They can feel that energy. It's good. Cool. So Leo, man in the seat, biggest takeaways.
So the takeaway for today. So the first one is always looking out for the breadcrumb. Whenever I see leave a small, even a small breadcrumb, we should dig into that and don't go for the script like a monkey script, like just don't stick to the script like that much, and we can come later for the script.
Yeah, I think of it like, so it's like checkpoints, right? So it's like so I don't know if I draw this, it's like the whole idea of the straight line sale, right? So it's like you have, we'll just say that these are like our script blocks, so to speak, right? All right, so these are our scripts in the chat, right? So we know that chats, generally speaking, they're gonna follow, they're gonna follow this. Hold on 1 second. We know, generally speaking, they're gonna follow this pattern, right, all the way through to the sale. But as we go through the script, right, the script is designed so that we have a survey which gets us more information, which allows us to go from box to box more quickly, right? Because we don't necessarily need to get more information. So it's kind of like this, right?
Yep.
So the survey is more of the straight line, right? Whenever we don't have the survey and we need to get information, then it looks more like this, because we may need to get information here before we can get to there, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And so like the survey fills in all these gaps for us, right? But if we don't have the survey and we're not able to, or let's say for whatever reason, we're not going to fill it out, then we don't have the gaps, so we have to fill them in ourselves. And so, yeah, that comes by asking more questions. You don't necessarily, and you'll notice that you don't necessarily have to dig or ask additional questions as much in the normal process, right? Because they got the survey and they got the video. But if they don't have those two things, then it has to switch, right?
Yep. And and the second one is when the lead, like they have a resist on like filling out the survey, we just like go straight for like asking question from the survey, or like the question that we already have in the script. And the last one is yeah, like the mirroring, like we have to like matching up with the match up with their like I'll say this, like their feeling, like
That's why we keep saying energy. Yeah, that's why.
yeah,
Like,
energy,
gotta match their energy. Yeah.
matching the energy, yeah. And yeah, that's the three big takeaways for me.
Awesome. What about you, Bryce? Man and shotgun. What do you have for your takeaway? Takeaway or takeaways with a S.
So we already touched on the picking up breadcrumbs. For some reason, I wrote breadcrumbs. Bread, BREADCO.
Breadcombs.
Yeah, like honeycombs, not breadcrumbs. It's breadcrumbs. But yeah, picking up on breadcrumbs, I think that's a big one. But we just talked about it, but just coming back to that in just a minute, that principle as well. I think sometimes we try to force it, including myself, because my mind definitely was thinking there, just like continuing on with the script there. So we can always just say, hey man, like we'll get to that in a minute. A few more questions first. I think that's a big one. And then yeah, the whole you don't necessarily have to push someone to fill out the survey if they're like scared. That's literally only gonna like we just made a sale without them filling out the survey. So it's like we know it's possible to get a sale when they don't fill out the survey. So yeah, those are my biggest takeaways.
Yep. And then obviously, like there's some people that are like super resistant to. I mean, I wouldn't say there's people who are super resistant to the survey, but then even in the process when we're talking to them, right? This guy was pretty warm, So let's say that he was colder, right? We could have fammed him and actually sent him the training video regular as is, you know what I mean? And then so then it would have basically done the survey process, right? Because we could have asked the first couple questions and then sent him the training video and then got him to follow up. So basically following the BAM process for the flip, but we could do the same thing with the training video on the IUA agent side as well, right? So options, right? And so because I just want us to make sure that we know like other scenarios that could pop up in the chat, and it's like how to take it in this scenario, or how do we do it in this one? And it's not to say that these scenarios are going to be super frequent, right? It's like so the person that's not filling out the survey, well, we know that if someone opts in and doesn't fill out the survey, they may not actually be that interested, right? So that's one. In this case, it was an outbound, and he was interested, and he was willing to talk. So it wasn't you know what I mean? So it's really important to identify like why is the resistance to the survey. In this case, it was he's interested, just don't want to touch the link. In other cases, it's like, nah, I was just seeing what was up, and I don't care at all,